Hello, welcome to One on One. I'm your host, Greg Walker. We've got a real gentleman in the house today. I've looked forward to this show because I really like this man. We've got to know each other quite well lately. As a matter of fact, he's a member of the Old Town Country Club, and we both go there quite often. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to ask our guest or myself about it sometime. Arnold Hodges, he's a county commissioner. He joins us on our show today. Arnold is a lifelong Montgomery Countyan. He knows about a lot of things that have gone on, and certainly he has thoughts and comments on a wide array of subject matter. I want you to settle back, relax, and enjoy a fun, down-to-earth conversation with a really nice man. Arnold Hodges joins us right after these words.
Thank you. It's the great savings event at Matthews Nissan in Clarksville or MatthewsNissan.com. $7,500 off a new Altima. $7,500 unbelievable. $6,500 off a new Rogue. $5,200 off a new Maxima. New Versa $9,999. Save big on $400 new. You're gonna love our prices.
I'm Gary Matthews, and that's my guarantee.
You're gonna love our prices. Matthews Nissan.
The Leaf Chronicle is now available on every device you carry or don't carry. All things Clarksville in all media 24/7. Subscribe now for full access.
For 100 years, Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home has honored legacies. We believe every family deserves a special time of celebrating a life well lived.
Neil Tarpley Parchman, people who care, a name you can trust.
Welcome to our show today. My guest is Arnold Hodges. Arnold, great to have you, man.
Good to be here, Greg.
Good to have you here. Everything going good for you and yours?
Going good, going good. I couldn't ask for better.
Has retirement been nice to you?
It's been wonderful. It was a very hard decision to make. It took me about a year and a half to make it.
Really?
But now I'm really enjoying it. Get up when I want to and do what I want to every day.
Now, you worked about 37 years at that one job, didn't you?
Worked for the state, Tennessee Department of Agriculture, Forestry Division. 37 years. Started there. I wasn't going to stay that long. It was a good place to work, good people to work with. And I loved what I was doing.
Well,
and I was in my community.
That helps.
That was a big help. That was a big help.
That helps a lot.
And it all worked out for the best. And I spent 37 years there at it.
37 years. Mm-hmm. How long you been on the county commission?
It's 2 years. It's this coming month.
What are your thoughts? Are you enjoying it?
I love it. Yeah, it's just like a roller coaster. It's up and down, but I enjoy it. I enjoy representing the people in District 6.
Right.
That's the most enjoyment of it.
Right.
And a lot of good people out there.
Do you try to serve those people and vote the way you think they want you to vote?
Exactly. I'd have it no other way. When you walk up to a man and ask for his vote and he tells you what he wants, mm-hmm. If you don't give it to him, you've lied to that man.
Well, that's a good point.
You've lied to him.
Yeah, you really have.
And we all feel together. You know, we're all country folks, and we've got the same ideas about things.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of phone calls. A lot of times they'll say, well, I'm pretty sure I know how you're going to vote on this, but we're against it too. I said, well, don't worry, I am too. A lot of calls like that.
Sure. Yeah. That's what it's all about, though. You're representing them. Yeah. Speaking of country folks, now you're born and raised Montgomery County.
Go back about 6 generations right out there in Cunningham.
Really? 6 generations?
Yep.
Man, that's a long time.
Long time. Pre-Civil War.
Really? Mm-hmm. The Hodges. Who were your parents?
No, my father, his people, the Hodgeses, they were from down around Palmyra, Cumberland City, Stewart County. But my grandmother was from there. She was an Underwood slash Baggett Harvey. And at one time, when you cross the river, is a ton of Underwoods. Now you can't find one.
Really?
The family has died out.
I'll be
They've got a lot of offsprings. And then my mother was a McWhorter slash Bryant, so that's a big family. So I've got a lot of people out there.
What did your folks do for a living?
My father was a farmer, and then he was a cabinet builder. And my mother, she was a factory worker. She worked at Petra Cigar Factory here in Clarksville till it went out of business.
You never smoked one of those, did you?
No, but my grandfather, she'd bring coals home to him. I can see them right now. They're in a brown paper sack. And they'd roll those things, and they were about this long, and they'd cut them in half and make two out of them. But the coals were long. Man, he'd fire one of them up, and you couldn't hardly sit in the house with it.
They'll choke you to death.
Oh, man.
I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry, I love to smoke, and I love cigars, too. I mean, I'm going to tell you, but a Petrie, Tom Cease used to smoke those things. I don't know how in the world he did it, man. And inhale them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My goodness.
There's an old man out home used to keep one in his mouth all the time. He wouldn't ever light it up. He'd chew on it.
Right.
Just
Tastes good, too.
Yeah, that good
Tastes
taste,
good.
yeah.
How many siblings you have?
I've got 3 stepsons.
3?
Stepsons.
3 stepsons?
Stepsons, yes.
What, did you have any brothers or sisters?
Had one brother.
Had one brother.
Yeah.
Is he living?
He's still living. He still lives there at the farm.
He does. And you're still living out there, too?
I'm still there, too. Yep, still there.
And
Plan on staying there till they throw dirt in my face.
I got you. And you got 3 stepsons. My goodness gracious. You, we was just talking, the family structure, the way we used to know it, man, family reunions and things like that, they were big.
Oh,
they were
man.
huge. You just don't see as much of that,
Don't see it.
Why do you think that is, Arnold?
Well, this younger generation, they're too busy. They don't have time for it. I can remember when I was a kid, every Sunday we went to my grandmother's after church.
Yeah.
She had this big meal cooked.
Sure.
And I saw her fry 3 skillets of potatoes. They'd eat one up and she'd put another on.
Yeah.
You know, just a group would come to the table, they'd leave, and here'd come another one.
Really?
And but you won't find nobody to do that this day and time.
No, you really don't. We both love to eat, though, don't we?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You don't like those skillet fried potatoes,
I
do you?
love them. Good old country cooking, you can't beat it.
No, you can't. What's a great meal for you, Arnold? I mean, your favorite meal?
Right now, fried corn, sliced tomatoes, and cornbread, and some fried potatoes.
Oh,
Can't beat it.
no, you can't. You sure can't.
Don't even have to have a piece of meat with it.
Arnold, is the commission going in the right direction?
Yeah, it's been a lot of things it's came up that I was against, and I could be wrong on it. I've told some of them this Civic Plaza downtown. Me and you saw downtown Clarksville at its best.
Yes, we did.
You could go down there on 3rd and Franklin and buy anything you wanted.
Correct. Those days
They're
have
long
long
gone.
gone.
That's right. The streets was just packed with
Saturday, you
people.
couldn't
Yeah.
even find a parking spot.
I remember going to town, and my daddy would let my mother out to go in somewhere like French and Jones or somewhere to get something, and,
Yeah.
and you know where to park. You just circle around and come back and pick them up, you know.
Yeah.
And that was when Clarksville was at its best. Now, it may come back
I don't
with
think
something different. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think we can expect it to be like that,
no.
like it used to be.
Right.
It has to be different.
Right.
You know, I mean, come on. The malls have taken over.
That's right. You know, when I don't remember his name, but some old gentleman, I think he was from Madisonville, Kentucky, came down and bought some property out there and built the where Veterans Plaza is now, and that killed downtown, slowly but surely.
And now, I think downtown can thrive. I hope it can. I don't expect it to be like it used to be, but it's got to be some progressive thinking, and it's got to be something different. You and I didn't think that the the square block, it's done now, it's over. But putting a park there, I agreed with you. I agreed with those of you that were against that. I just thought we could do more.
Right.
I
And if
really
it
did.
works, I've told commissioners and I've told the mayor, if it works, I'll be the first one to tell you I was wrong.
Hey,
and I hope it does.
I mean, I put it out here publicly, and I agree. If I was, hey, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I hope it brings people down there a lot, and I'm sure it will to some degree.
But I guess I'm like a striped mule. I'm hard-headed, and I've got to see the facts of it. You know, and it may work. We'll hope it does.
Are you old enough to remember mules plowing?
I have done that.
Have you really, Arnold?
You know, my father, which he owned the family farm, but he had sort of gotten away from farming. He'd starved to death on the farm, growing tobacco. And he got into building furniture and cabinets and let the farm go. And I always had in my heart, I wanted to farm.
Right.
And he didn't want me to. He did everything he could to keep me from it. Well, I worked at a little old grocery store out there when I was just in high school, McIntosh's Market. Worked there for 4 or 5 years. Didn't make nothing. Saved up enough. My dad didn't have no tractor. He done sold all that. I went over to Liverworth, an old man by the name of Jim Aldercote, and bought 2 old plug mules.
Really?
Put out about an acre of tobacco, and went from there. And I just.
Did you ever have any trouble with those mules?
Oh yeah, as stubborn as I was.
I got a picture. Stubborn as. That's what it is. I think it's C. Don Enzer. Stubborn as an old mule.
Yeah.
My granddaddy, on my mother's side, her father, he was an old dirt farmer, you know, and then came to town, worked the American Snuff Company, but worked hard all his life. But he loved mules. He plowed behind mules. So did my Uncle Buford, which is mother's brother, Darnell. But anyway, we'd go to the mule pulling over at the fair. He would take me to the mule pulling every year. He loved watching that mule pulling.
Yeah.
And he'd tell me which set of mules said that's set right, you know.
Well, people back then, mules was their livelihood, and they loved them. It's just part of their life.
I
couldn't get away from it.
Sort of partial to them as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Arnold Hodges is our guest. We're going to take a break. When we come back for segment 2, we'll visit further with Arnold right after this.
The Leaf Chronicle is now available on every device you carry or don't carry. All things Clarksville in all media 24/7. Subscribe now for full access.
For 100 years, Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home has offered ways to live well and plan ahead, a legacy that can make all the difference to your family.
Neil Tarpley Parchman, people who care, a name you can trust.
Welcome back. Our guest today is County Commissioner Arnold Hodges. Good man, good friend. We've had a lot of fun. Born, raised in Montgomery County, and certainly comes from out Central way, and that's where you went to school, Montgomery Central.
Montgomery Central. Yeah, we was our class in 1970 was the first class to graduate out of the new high school.
Really?
Yeah. So we was proud of that. I started out across the road, and I think we went to the 3rd grade over there in an old school. It was originally the old Lone Oak School, And we didn't even have inside bathrooms or cafeteria. And we would go across the road to the cafeteria at lunch. And then after the third year, we came up over to the old high school.
What'd you do when you had to use the bathroom?
You had an outdoor toilet. I'd go to the trough.
Did they have a bunch of corn cobs in there?
No. They did have toilet paper.
What is your best childhood memory? You have any?
Well, just being raised out in the country, and we lived with my grandmother there on the family farm, and she always had a bunch of stories to tell you, about when she was coming up. And,
hearing those stories, listening to all.
Being out in the country and playing, running with the hogs and the cows and the dogs.
Was your grandmother a good cook?
That one wasn't. She didn't like cooking. Now the other one, my mother's mother, oh man, she was, and she did a lot of it. She raised eight children, and come up with some hard times during the Depression with them, and she was a good cook.
Arnold, do you have something that you're proudest of?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things I'm proud of. I'm very fortunate. God has been good to me.
We're blessed, aren't we?
We are. We don't know how good we are blessed.
I think I do. I try to.
And it's just I'm thankful for everything I have, and it's all because of Him.
Yeah.
I could have made different decisions in life, and been running the streets, but I didn't want that.
Right.
I wasn't brought up that way.
So if you had your life to live over, a do-over, and say, you wouldn't change a whole lot.
I wouldn't change it. No, I wouldn't change it. I think a lot of times about getting married earlier and having kids of my own, but, you can have people close to you that will do as much for you, if not more, than your own will.
Well, that's no doubt about that.
I've got that. I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
We all know that feeling.
Right. And it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I guess it is. Yeah.
Sure is.
Let's say that you were president of the United States. What is the first thing you'd do?
I try to put people to work. People needs to work to get by.
Let me say this though. They say unemployment is down. Everybody says it. We still see it. I'm wondering, do a lot of people really want to work?
No, they don't want to. What can find a job is working, or what wants to work is working mainly.
Yeah.
Now, you may have a few out there that's having a hard time with it, but
yeah, maybe they're in a field or something they can't find.
And it all starts with the way kids are brought up. It sure does. It all starts right there.
It really does,
home.
doesn't it?
You can send them to school, you can teach them whatever, but the way that kid's brought up has got a lot to do with it.
And it's also just like, we always sit down for supper, dinner, whatever you want to call it, as a family.
Right.
Every night. I knew on a 2-week cycle, basically, probably what we were going to eat on this various night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I knew that Wednesday night was going to be kraut and weenies, as we called it, black-eyed peas, mashed potatoes, cornbread, and sliced tomatoes.
Yeah. My mother worked ever since I can remember, and she always come home at night after she got everything done, and we had a hot meal waiting for us.
Mine too. Mine too. Mine worked at the Cumberland Electric. My mother did. Retired from there. But she could cook.
Oh, yeah. Well, they done it. They done a lot of it.
My father could cook, too. He was a good cook as well.
My wife's a good cook. Sometimes I have a hard time convincing her to do it. she can make it on a sandwich. I'm not much on that.
Oh, really?
No.
I like a good sandwich.
She
now.
teases me about that, but
I like a good sandwich.
do you?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Might be all right every once in a while.
What's a perfect day like for you? Perfect.
Well, since I've retired, I mean, I don't have any bad days.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. It's got good health. Everything seems like going in the right direction, and that's just makes you feel good about yourself. And more thankful for things.
What do we need to do as a county? You being on the county commission, what do we need to do to be better in the future? What do we need to focus on, in your estimation, as a county and you as a county commission? Is it our debt? Is it our future? What do you think?
In campaigning 2 years ago, well, I also ran 4 years before that, but I didn't make it. But
You didn't get beat bad, though.
no, I didn't. And knocking on doors and talking to people, there's 3 things that stuck out: lower the county debt, stop wasteful spending, and leave our property taxes alone. Quit dabbing with them all the time.
Lower the county debt.
Stop wasteful spending, and
Leave the property
taxes
tax
alone.
alone. That's the 3 things
That's the
that
3
you heard
things
most.
that I heard the most.
Out of those
And-
3, how many are we taking care of?
Well, of course, the debt automatically it comes down each year by the bonds. The wasteful spending. We had an issue come up last year across the river from Riverside Drive over in the river bottoms. They was wanting to build it. Was going to wind up being a multi-million-dollar park over there. 80 acres came up for sale. Right there's where the trestle is. It was actually on both sides of the trestle.
I remember that.
And I got the agenda and I was reading it, and it said buy a property on Briarwood Road. I thought, Briarwood Road, that's in my district. That must be another one somewhere. Got to investigating, and it was. I'd never heard of it before. Well, I got to talking to some people, and they didn't know anything about it. So the local people in that community over there got very angry with that.
Mm-hmm.
Those people worked hard. The Briarwood, Cumberland Heights, not just there, on the south side of the river, period,
Right.
to stop that, and we accomplished that. That was just the beginning of I think it was in the.
They wanted to go all the way down. I think
320 acres was
to
what the
McGregor
total.
Park.
Yeah, on the other side of the river.
Uh-huh.
320 acres, I think, in the plan was what it was eventually going to wind up being. But fortunately, the Davises had been tending that farm, and they got to buy it, and they was trying to buy it to begin with, and they got it. And I was so thankful for that.
Right.
Those people have worked hard over there.
So that stopped that issue.
Stopped it.
They didn't want it. They didn't want it.
No. Nobody over there wanted it. They want this debt lowered. Let's work on that. And we get that out of the way. Then if we want something, we can go from there.
Arnold Hodges, County Commissioner, is our guest. Stretch run right after this.
Thank you. It's the great savings event at Matthews Nissan in Clarksville or MatthewsNissan.com. $7,500 off a new Altima. $7,500 unbelievable. $6,500 off a new Rogue. $5,200 off a new Maxima. New Versa $9,999. Save big on $400 new. You're gonna love our prices.
I'm Gary Matthews, and that's my guarantee.
You're gonna love our prices. Matthews Nissan.
For 100 years, Neil Tarpley Parchment Funeral Home has celebrated legacies with services as unique as each life.
Neil Tarpley Parchman, people who care, a name you can trust.
Arnold Hodges, our guest today, County Commissioner. Only a couple of minutes left, man. It's been fun.
Flew by. It's quick.
Yeah. What's the best advice you've ever received?
You know, many, many years ago, an old lady told me something, and it's always stuck in my mind. And she said, to die right, you've got to live right.
Amen.
And that is a true statement.
Oh, amen.
And it has stuck with me. And if anybody that's listening to this, if one person remembers that,
Yeah.
and it sticks with you like it has me, I'm proud of it.
Yeah. To die right, you got to live right.
This old lady, she was not educated well at all, but she
was smart.
She was smart.
She was smart, yeah.
Sure
What
was.
characteristic do you admire most in a person, Arnold?
Honesty.
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 Above all.
Above all. Honesty.
Honesty.
I've got a friend that's very close to me, and that's one of the things I've always told her. Honesty is what I always expect of people.
You like music?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Watch a lot of TV?
Yes. Yeah. Well, just sit there and listen to it.
This is July 20th. We're taping this. You watching the convention?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this election this time is going to be something, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I've got one thing I'd like to say, Boy.
Do it.
The community of Palmyra has tried to get an old school building, the Union School, back as a community center, and they are working hard, and they have done an amazing job down there with contributions from having fundraisers, and I really appreciate these people for that. They're having one this Saturday. If anybody, this probably won't air before that, but there'll be some more, and I throw my hat up to these people. They've worked hard.
That's great. Arnold Hodges, hope you've enjoyed the show. Steve Sawyer behind the scenes. Till next time, have a nice rest of the day, folks.